Entering 2021, the world held its collective breath, hoping the COVID-19 pandemic would somehow disappear and life would return to normal. Days turned into weeks, which turned into months, and life was not returning to the normal we longed for. The first third of 2021, all Holy Trinity events were online. The 2020 Annual Summit Celebration, worship services, faith formation classes, various committee meetings, and yes, even Holy Week. Everything was online. While other local businesses opened their doors, Holy Trinity made the safety of the congregation and the community a priority, and the doors to the building remained closed. As we learned in 2020, Holy Trinity is much more than a building, and in April, we could see a new light. We introduced an outdoor Easter Vigil service where 7 children were baptized the night before Easter Sunday. Perfect weather allowed for a beautiful, memorable event for the families, and it was our first glimpse of what the new normal would look like for 2021. On a cold April evening, we gathered for the first time as a congregation in 402 days for our first Wednesday outdoor worship service. Using a trailer on loan from Jim and Barb Niemeyer, we created a makeshift stage for the worship team and pastors to lead worship. It was an emotional return to church, even if we were just in the parking lot. More emotions were shared as guitarist Tim Price embarked full-time into his faith, recovery, and music ministry. And we watched our graduating seniors lead worship late in May. June was the month everybody was waiting for.
Take me back.
The doors of Holy Trinity finally opened on June 2nd. People came to tour the new administrative wing and updated fellowship hall and peeked at the new sanctuary configuration. We continued Wednesday evening's outdoor service, and it morphed into an intimate youth-inspired service, as it was led by Children, Youth, and Family Director Casey Fremstead and a youth band. Donna's Dinner Diner was back in action to the delight of many. With the addition of 3 metal picnic tables, we could comfortably enjoy Donna's cooking and outdoor worship. Summer brought the familiarity of normalcy and introduced a few new family-inspired activities. Blessing of the Bikes and a fun Saturday morning parking lot party in June, Blessing of the Pets and a drive-in movie night in July, and Blessing of the Backpacks and a great family hiking event at Prairie Oaks Institute in Belle Plaine in August. No summer would be complete without the Lakeside Worship Service, where we baptized 5 older children, and the Mission Outreach team gave away their free school supplies. For years, Holy Trinity had deferred getting a new church sign because the cost was deemed prohibitive. But this year, after a generous donation from the Jasperson family, we decided to take this challenge head on. Remarkably, just 1 month into the Pixels to Panels fundraising campaign, the digital sign was fully funded. September saw a flurry of activity to the building, with the return of in-person faith formation classes on Wednesday evening. Online options were also continued for families who preferred distance learning. Donna continued serving meals outdoors in individually packaged containers. We celebrated the first of many faith milestones, with 5 preschool children receiving their first Bible. The building came alive as classrooms were bursting with energy from students and their leaders. Faith formation wouldn't be possible without the adults who serve as crew time leaders and confirmation mentors. Your leadership and passion are greatly appreciated. In October, approximately 100 people gathered for the Strategic Plan 2.0 huddle in an outdoor event. Team leaders were introduced, and Pat Rumford shared the vision of the Strategic Plan 2.0. More faith milestones were celebrated as a patient group of 11 fifth graders celebrated their first communion. 27 confirmands affirmed their baptism during an in-home blessing, and confirmation faith statements were shared during in-person worship with a powerful video compilation. Our annual community trunk or treat event returned with a great success as over 100 youth circulated the parking lot to visit 14 festively decorated car trunks. Hospitality Ministry moved indoors in November to a beautifully remodeled fellowship hall. Holy Trinity's generosity shined bright this month as 100 Thanksgiving meals in a bag were given away by our hospitality team, thanks to our endowment fund. The sharing tree also made its return by supporting LeSueur County's Santa Anonymous. 35 children woke up to Christmas presents under their tree because of your support. Sadly, we learned Casey Fremstead and Rose Fife were leaving at the end of the year, and we wish them a good journey in December. Our confirmation students taught us the reason for the Christmas season as they collected over 600 items for 79 local seniors in their Adopt a Senior service project. Continuing our caution in order to support the healthcare community, numerous in-person Christmas services sprinkled the calendar, including the early family Christmas, Blue Christmas, and Christmas Eve. Thank you to our interior space team for making the sanctuary beautiful. And thank you, Holy Trinity, for wearing masks this year during worship to keep each other safe. While navigating the pandemic, God's work continued to move us forward. This year, we added a number of new staff members. We welcomed 34 new members to the congregation. We celebrated with the whole kingdom of God as we baptized 25 children. We dedicated our 3 facility additions, Jim's dishwasher, the administrative wing, and the digital sign to help us welcome everyone to Holy Trinity. Our never-failing mission of welcome, worship, respond guided our members to think beyond our walls. The mission outreach team designated our 10% congregational tithe of almost $50,000 to local, state, national, and international organizations. Through the changes of 2021, whether you were connected mainly online or in person, you continued to keep faith a priority in your life, and God continued to guide us as we weathered the challenges we faced together. Thank you, Holy Trinity, for sharing God's love with all people from one generation to the next.
Take me back.